This is a basic video about charting. So there are 4 sections of the mouth. So quadrant 1, which is this area, it starts from 1-8 to 1-1. Quadrant 2, which is this area here, starts from 2-1 to 2-8. Quadrant 3, which is here, which starts from 3-1 in the middle to 3-8. Quadrant 4, which is over here, starts from 4-1 to 4-8. So quadrant 1 is in the upper right side of the mouth. Quadrant 2 is in the upper left side of the mouth. Quadrant 3 is the lower left side of the mouth. Quadrant 4 is the lower right side of the mouth. Then within each tooth, there are multiple surfaces. So the outside surface facing the cheek is known as the buccal, which is here on the top and here on the bottom. The inside surface on the top, which is facing is the palatal, which is here. And the inside surface on the bottom is the lingual, which is here, which is next to the tongue. The surface in between the teeth towards the middle or midline, which is this line here, is called the mesial. So it's here on the left side and here on the right side. The opposite surface to that is the distal, which is here on the left side and here on the right side. And then the flat surfaces of the tooth are known as the occlusals for teeth 4 to 8, which would be this area here, same on the bottom, and the incisal on teeth 1 to 3. So this area here, same on the bottom. There is one more surface on the outside that involves the 6 front teeth, so that is the labial. So it's this area here on the top and then this area here on the bottom. It's sometimes interchanged with buccal, and that would be for teeth 3 to 3 at the front. So when we are charting, the dentist will let you know what to put on each tooth. Generally, there are different things that we put on the teeth depending on what's on there. So there might be fillings, the tooth might be missing, there might be crowns. If we have a child, there's a slightly different process we use. So if we have a child, we'll go to charting and we'll go to show mixed chart. And yes. So then we've got the adult and the kids' teeth. If we want to switch between kids and adult teeth, we right click on the tooth and go toggle, and then we can see the adult, or toggle again to see the child tooth. Now I'm going to run through putting different items on the teeth. So one thing we might put on the teeth would be fillings. So we've got amalgam fillings, composite fillings, and GIC fillings. And the filling will go on a particular surface. So if you've got a tooth that says 1-3 palatal GIC, you'd select the palatal surface of the 1-3 and select the GIC and press OK. Other things we might put would be adding and removing teeth. So if the patient has the tooth 1-8 missing, we click on the 1-8 and go tooth minus. Another thing we might put would be decay. So if there was decay on the occlusal of the 1-6, we select the occlusal and select this tooth with the black on it, and that would come up as decay. Another one might be an occlusal watch, which would be the icon that looks like a watch. There are also things like dentures, so depending on whether it's an acrylic or chrome denture, we would select that. Crowns, so when we select the crown, we have, if we had a crown on a front tooth, we have a few different types of crowns. So 611 is an acrylic crown, 613 is a PJC crown, 615 is a PFM crown, 618 is a gold or metallic crown. Then there are conditions that we'd select on the tooth. So if the tooth is rotated, unerupted or partially erupted, we can select that. There's also things like periapical lesion, if the tooth is impacted, if there's a crack on the tooth, or abrasion, or if the tooth is broken down and there's a root stump. When we chart, we always start with 1-8 and go in a clockwise direction. All right, so now we're going to chart quadrant 1. So 1-8 is unerupted, so we click on the 1-8. and we would click on conditions and we'd find unerupted. 1.7 is extracted, so we'll click on the tooth and click on the minus because that's been extracted, it's no longer in the mouth. 1.6 is decay on occlusal, so we'll click on the occlusal and then click the black tooth. 1.5 is crack on mesial. So we click on here, which is mesial towards the middle, and then we find crack, which is under conditions. 1.4 is MOD amalgam. So MOD stands for mesial, occlusal, and distal amalgam. 1.3 is mesio-incisal composite. So mesial and then the incisal composite. 1.2 is palatal amalgam, so the inside. And 1.1 is MID composite. Palatal composite. Click on the palatal and composite. And then we will continue on from there.